Load it up right now. Get ready for game number 3 between Heart and Solar. In the upper right, in the purple,
Axiom Heart.
and in the upper left, in the red,
Samsung Galaxy Can Solar.
Okay, so let's talk about the days back when we had to buy CDs for music.
Yeah, I didn't really buy CDs.
You had like a few though, right?
I had a few.
I didn't buy a ton.
Very, like, I'm talking 5 maybe.
Did you ever have a band that you listened to that had like a prank call as like one of the songs? Why did this happen?
Like
I think this
BC
was like,
Boys or something?
Yeah, it was like in the 90s.
My friend did,
but
no.
I remember like I get this and be like, man, you know, I'm not going to listen to this prank call more than once. And
Yeah.
I paid $16 for this CD,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's not that funny either. You know?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like some songs that you'd get back then that would have like a joke at the end. Like it's like a really good song and then there's like a joke.
I don't like that
And
stuff.
I'm like, I don't like that. I just, it's
Actually,
really,
I
it's
don't like
actually a
stuff like
massive
that.
distraction. And then I have to micro my skip button, or, you know, fast forward.
It's a tough life.
It's not an easy life, that's for sure.
Well,
I've seen some stuff, guys.
Tastes almost has PTSD.
Yeah.
PTSCD, more like.
Oh, by the way, we got a quick command center here.
Yeah, CC first,
Yeah.
versus Hatch first. It's such a big map that it just kind of makes sense. You see that Solar's playing almost paranoid of Heart by checking the center right away, but you know it is a 4-player map. I guess that's the only place you could proxy, or you're taking percentage chances.
Yeah, you're coin flipping.
Yeah.
Playing cheese
Well, it's better than a
roulette
coin
there.
flip. If you put it in between 2 mains you're not at, that's like 66%.
It's a gamble, yeah.
So that's like pretty good, actually. But Solar being very careful of such things and going to go ahead and grab this third hatch rather quickly. We'll see what Hart wants to do, how quickly he gets his third CC. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets it very fast. Because, again, the map is so long and so big. Going to be hard for him to really execute a 2-base attack or even harassment that's going to be super effective. I think. I mean, I don't actually know this map.
We don't know this map very well. This is not a map we've got to see a lot of games on. Pro gamers don't like it. That water below the Overlord's really dirty. Really dirty, man.
Yeah, that's some mucky water
That is
right
some
there,
mucky
man. There's
wawa.
some ringworm in that water. I know
Yeah,
it.
for sure, man.
You better strain that water through a nylon sock and put an iodine pill in that water.
Well, we have the Queens coming out now. Is there a chance that we'll see mech keratosis? Is there actually even the odds that mechs good on this map? This map's so big.
Well, I mean, there's different types of mech. I would say no on the mech here, just because look at the 4th base. Like, right there is probably the 4th, right? Like, you can take it, but everything's really spread out. Like, yeah, securing 4 bases seems a little bit too hard. The map is very long. You could do a mech timing attack like we were talking about before, like a 150 supply type of very aggressive mech like Supernova does or something, but I really don't foresee that. I think that this is a bio map, and I think that we'll see something bio-based out of Heart here.
Well, let's see how Hart handles his bio play. It's certainly something Solar has a ton of experience with. Looks like that reactor is about to finish up with the factory there. And what do we have over here? Starport, okay. So, nothing out of the ordinary that tells us that Hart's doing anything crazy here.
No, it all looks pretty normal. I would imagine he'd want to go into the Banshee play again, but he might even just do... I would really imagine that. I'd be pretty surprised if it was anything else. It's a good thing for big maps, too. Banshees and Hellions both pretty much as mobile as you can get for Terran. At this stage of the game, at least.
Well, the distance here between the 2nd and the 3rd, he's going to have to get the creep connected there pretty quickly. The Hellions are now out on the map, and Stim has started here for Hart.
Yeah, and he's grabbing that Viking once again. Kind of interesting. Getting Stim as well, so that answers the question about whether or not this will be mech. Absolute big fat no. Spine already going up to that 3rd base. Safety precautions from Solar because that is so far away.
The Hellions are going to come around here now, see if they can't poke in.
That scout telling him pretty much all he needed to, by the way.
Yeah, getting all the info there. Drone's now transferred, and we see the Hellions coming up from the bottom here, about to get into the center left location here. Notice he did not bring all the Hellions at once. So it looks like right now there's only 2. 4 more about to pop out, and there's 2 more about to be finished, being produced here. He might be trying to get Solar caught off guard here. And now making Marauders.
Huh. Okay, well, getting stim this early and making nonstop Marauder Hellion, that's like a very old type of aggressive attack that you can do. I wonder if that's what he's going for here. You know, the Marauders take a ton of damage, kill off any roaches that may be there, kill off spine crawlers, and you know, it's a very powerful attack. It's a very old one, though, so we're seeing some anachronistic play here from Hart today.
Well, the Hellions are coming up now, just out of range of the creep. And here comes that medevac, too. Let's see where he tries to breach Solar's defenses. Solar certainly has a lot of banelings and a lot more on the way already here.
Yeah, he's got speed, 4 queens, and a spine.
Okay, now he can put these Marauders in the front to tank the baneling shots.
Indeed, and that is what he's going to go for.
So far, really good control here by Hart.
Yep. Looks like Solar going to start coming down the hill again. Kind of a funny baneling morph position right there.
Oh, you know, Hart's actually making this work so far.
Yeah.
The banelings have not connected favorably.
Oh, the spine is still alive. The 4 queens are still alive, so Solar still has good defense here. Hart pulling back for now. As more and more lings come out, even though he has a lot of Hellions, eventually he won't have enough Hellions because there will be so many lings coming in for a flank. Moving that may not have been the best move. Almost gets taken out. Actually does get burrowed.
Oh my god, and here come a ton of banelings up from behind. Man, Hart really has some good micro, but I don't know if it's enough.
Yeah, it looks like
that. Frankly, that couldn't have been executed much better.
Yeah.
He really had a lot of favorable engagements, and Solar made it look like that's something that Hart can never actually pull off ever at this level of play.
Yeah, it reminds us very much of Game 1, really.
Yes,
where it's like, well, this is a
similar.
very powerful attack. He did it much better this time, and looked like he could break through at times, but Solar just was in complete control. He knew exactly how to hold this.
Well, I'm not sure where Hart is going to take the game from here.
Yeah.
Trading the lings and banelings into what Hart is attacking in here with, it's not a big loss for the Zerg.
No, certainly not.
Banelings are made to blow up into units, and lings are very expendable. And, you know, most of what Terran is trying to do in a longer game is to build up a giant ball, a wad of units that's just difficult to deal with, difficult to out-micro. And the fact that that's been you know, stifled every single time that Hart leaves his base without Hart really developing any further as Terran. I don't know what his plans are for the future.
No,
I feel like this third base,
tough.
by the way, also very susceptible to a counterattack.
It is. There's no baneling speed yet, so if he kind of stays at home and zones out, I think he'll be fine for now. But definitely as the Spire finishes up and baneling speed finishes, it's going to be hard for him to defend everything. It is a gigantic map. Solar is taking his 4th. He's got to get the creep down there ASAP, though. There was some decent creep tumor clearings by Hart during that attack as well, so that's actually quite nice because this map is so big that creep spread is important.
A ton of banelings being morphed here.
A
lot of Hart's survival is going to be hinged on how he handles this attack. If, in fact, anyone can handle an attack like this. We see the 2 Widow Mines. They need to be brought up here, but already the lings and the banelings are coming down now over into this expansion location. Marines fill up the bunkers.
Whoa, no splitting by Hart there, losing all of his Hellbats to just a handful of banelings. It could not have gone worse for him.
And this is a massacre, man.
Yeah. He's slaughtered off this base. He's killing all the SCVs. Killed a lot of units. This is very painful for him. And now we even have 1-1 in baneling speed done. So Solar has just gotten really, really ahead with this attack.
Yeah, he really...
I was going to say small attack, but it was actually a rather large
it was
attack.
A big-ass attack, actually. And more lings and banelings coming up here now. If the banelings don't connect well, it shouldn't matter with the number of lings that are already here. He has 2 choices, continue to pressure on the 3rd or go right into the 2nd. He actually opts to back up, you know, maybe tempting Hart into landing that again so he can once again pounce.
Well, Hart's going to have to land it, right? Like, he doesn't have an army right now that can march across this map onto that creep, and no matter how good his micro is, he's not going to be able to kill. So he needs to mine from this third base. He needs more income to actually make a fearsome army, but, oh man, absolutely everything going wrong right now.
Oh my god, he's going to lose the medevac too here. And creep is rapidly approaching this third base here for Terran.
Over the halfway mark now.
It's actually 108 supply to 165. He's sending SCVs just now to start mining at this base, but I believe right as these 13 Banelings finish morphing, another attack should come in here and probably flatten this location.
Yeah, you very well may be right about that. Continue to push this creep forward, moving up with the mutas right now. They're going to do a little bit of reconnaissance up here, see what's what and where's where. And who's who, maybe?
Just shaving off a few SCVs is not a bad play, as Solar is rapidly approaching a max out point. In fact, he's supply capped now. I don't know if he's going to use this moment to attack in. Now, you know, Hart has to be careful. I think he's got the right idea of pushing this creep back, but this is dangerous to go out in Zerg territory. And I believe Solar is just going to 1A in here.
Yeah, this is not so much micro really required. He's got so many units here. It's ridiculous. Like, Hart's doing some good splitting, but
I mean, Solar
just
so
has
many
so much
leagues ahead of his opponent. And that's going to do it. GG. Solar wins that series 2-1. Although I have to give Hart some credit here. He looked very good.
Yeah, and it seems like he's really quite a strong player. Solar's one of the best servers in the world, though. Like, this whole group is going to be tough for Hart. I would like to see more play like we saw from game number 2 with the mech. Like, he did very well with that.
He made it work. Solar was unable to keep up. And that was not your typical Hart game, by the way.
Yeah.
That was,
I'm more used to the other
frankly,
two games
game 1 and game 3 were your typical Hart games. In this case, Hart changed his playstyle up and actually managed to beat Solar.
Yeah. Well, Solar does go on to that winner's match. Hart does fall down to the loser match. Going to be very tough for Hart to get out of this group. Solar, I don't know if he can beat Innovation or Super right now. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Nicely done there by Solar. We'll see how Hart does for the rest of the day today. He's got to be feeling not too discouraged, especially from that game number 2.
Yeah.
And coming up next year, we're going to be going on to Super against Innovation, which should be a really exciting match. I think that'll make our third best of 3 Innovation against Solar. We'll see what happens.
I believe so, yeah.
And we'll be going to that best of 3 after this short break.